Developments tonight in an ongoing investigation here at 17 News after a video was posted on YouTube, sparked an investigation. The state's water watchdog says fluids containing chemicals from an oil well here in Kern County were illegally dumped into the ground. 17's Katie Roosh has been following this story, and she is live at the well near Shafter where this took place. Katie?
Well, Jim, this Vintage Oil Company well was drilled and fracked, which is a controversial process where they get oil out of dense rock. And although the Regional Water Quality Board says its investigation is not complete, they know something here was done illegally.
Nobody's protecting us.
We first showed you this video last February of a Vintage Oil Company well being drilled near an almond orchard in Shafter.
10 yards away, the farmer was flood irrigating his almonds at almost the same time.
Captured by Tom Franz. At first he thought it was the release of fracking fluids, chemicals pumped into the ground to make oil flow.
Turned out they weren't fracking until the next day. They were getting ready to frack.
Documents released by Vintage reveal this was the release of what the oil company calls drilling and formation fluids.
Well, we do not believe it was in compliance with the conditional waiver.
Fracking fluids were released at that site at a later date. A letter says on October 7th and 8th, fracking fluids estimated to be 5 barrels or less on each date were discharged into an unlined pond.
Yeah, it definitely is not in compliance with our conditional waiver.
I wasn't that lucky to get there on the only time that they did something illegal. If I'm that lucky, I should buy a lottery ticket.
Vintage says in the documents they do not believe drilling operations contaminated soil, creeks, and wetlands. Vintage did say, however, the company is making progress towards ceasing the use of unlined sumps near farmland.
Well, we think that is a promising solution, that they're no longer going to use the unlined ponds.
But it's too little too late for Tom Franz.
We already see when no one's watching what they do. They do something illegal. That's the tip of the iceberg, in my opinion.
A Vintage spokesperson would not comment, saying it was too early in the investigation. So what did they actually dump in this unlined sump? I'll let you know ahead on 17 News at 6. Live in Shafter, Katie Roosh, 17 News.